One of the key steps in creating the life you choose is understanding the language of manifestation. The words we use every day are incredibly important tools in creating our reality. Spoken words are made of sounds, of vibrations that we literally cast before ourselves and then walk into. Learning to guard our language allows us to take control of the spells we cast upon ourselves all of the time. When we speak aloud, we render our thoughts, ephemeral things, both of the world and the spirit world, into material reality. With every sentence we are translating non-substance into substance, and this alchemy has great power. Hello and welcome to Magic Self and Spirit podcasts. I'm Steve, a clairvoyant, psychic medium, spiritual teacher, chaos magician, and author. Our mission at Magic Self and Spirit is to bring you content and information, to bring you services that helps you manifest your life in the way that you choose. Ours is not the path of just making you feel good and safe, although at times we will. Ours is the path of rolling you over into your power so you can create whatever it is you choose. The language of manifesting, how to get what you asked for. It is up to us to decide how we will use this power. It is up to us to master the language of manifesting, to draw the experience we choose into our lives. We have coined the phrase Transmutational Meditation, and by that we mean it's a guided meditation, but so much more. It is the use of symbol while in meditation, the use of chant and incantation, the use of emotion and visualization, visualizing different spirit beings coming to you, the work of sorcery and magic actually inside the meditations. And the tools mapped in your mind so you know how to go to these places and do this work and build your own magical journey. And transmutational meditation can be a powerful tool to move you out of the language patterns of lack into the language of power. Meditative states give us access to our unconscious mind. They give us an opportunity to rewrite the messages we've been running in our heads that control so much of what we manifest outwardly. The power of words. The power of the word is referenced in every ancient text. In the Bible it states, God spoke, "Let there be light." And light was brought into being. In the Quran, Allah Allah need only say the word be, and it becomes. The story of the Tower of Babel states the languages of the world were confused to prevent the people from using language to create, which I always find such an interesting thing about the religious story, particularly in Christianity. Language is deliberately confused to prevent people from evolving. Maybe it was because they weren't ready at that time, or maybe it was the nature of religion itself. The Hindu traditions work with the word Om as the source of manifestation. In more recent eras, "my word is my bond" was a common phrase in the Middle Ages. To break one's word, to become an oath breaker, was often punishable by death. Oaths in the pagan traditions were often bound not to your lifetime but to your soul, following you through time. This is the power of our word. The more important of what we give our word to, or the importance of what we give our word to, goes back literally to the beginning of human understanding. In the book, The Four Agreements on the Toltec, ancient Aztec spirituality, the first agreement is, be impeccable with your word. In modern magical mythology, wizards speak words to render their will upon reality. From Hermione Granger to Merlin in The Sword and the Stone. Bittity bobbity boo will never leave my childhood memory. Cinderella's a fairy godmother's words. How language works in our unconscious. Your subconscious mind comprehends the words through narrative, through story. Stories are not only words, but emotionalized words, words and feelings, and now the magic begins to happen. This combination allows us to create a shift within ourselves, within our vibration. This allows us to change what we attract to us, and eventually change the realities we experience in our lives. Most of us struggle with limiting beliefs that play in our minds. I can't do it. I don't have enough, it never works for me. These messages, this internal monologue generates a backwardly moving energy that prevents us from reaching or realizing our goals. This push-pull is described in our article, Belief and Manifestation, which I'm sure April will share. When we connect to the deep levels of our own unconscious, we gain access to the collective unconscious, the unmanifest, the universe. I will use the word universe throughout this podcast to signify to what we are speaking in our language of manifesting. But at one level, you and the universe are the same. One of the easiest ways to access this part of the unconscious mind is through deep meditation. We have written the course Moon Magic and Transmutational Meditation to teach you to access your unconscious mind through guided meditations. From here we can begin to update the stories you are telling yourself and create powerful changes. In week 3 of that particular course, we will install an energy recycler in your auric field. It captures the lost energy of negative thoughts and transmutes it into the energy that empowers your manifesting. It's an extraordinarily simple technique, but extraordinarily powerful. It kind of gives you the ability to literally get hold of that energy, turn it round and focus it in a different way through a kind of internal visual device. It really isn't hard, but it's extraordinarily powerful when we understand how we can use that energy behind our words to create. The power of written words, another expression of how we project our will using the language of manifesting, is in the written words. The act of writing words down on paper makes them even more concrete, bringing them even more onto the plane of the physical. When we write, we engage the body. Our hands have felt words. We hear the scratching of the pen on the paper. We can see with our eyes what we intend to create, and by writing it down, we have already begun to bring it forth. That whole process of writing is an extraordinarily powerful process in the manifestation tool. We can use it to undo blocks, and we can use it to empower the manifestation. In terms of the undoing of blocks, a technique that I particularly have come across recently and I particularly like, is extraordinarily powerful, and I think I probably need to do it today actually, is if you take a situation and you find yourself emotionally blocked around it, so you're unable to move it forward. There's a way of owning it completely, because as I've said before a number of times, the operation of our five senses externally, how we see, how we hear, how we smell, how we taste, how we touch, the organs that we use in order to do that, in and of themselves, don't directly experience the seeing, the tasting, the touching, etc. They are electrical conduits that go to the brain and the mind creates the reality that you're experiencing. Now, if the mind creates the reality that I'm experiencing, everything in reality, now this is not a huge leap, but it's a little one, everything in my reality is me. So if you have a block blocking your manifestation or blocking your happiness, let's say it's with somebody else, and this is for Petro-Roats, we're just talking on this, okay? How can one unblock pathways? So I've had a fight with somebody, say, and she said this and I said that, and she did this and I did that, and blah 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 blah. We all know that, yeah. And it's upsetting and it's difficult. One of the most powerful tasks here is, if I write the story of what's happened, instead of I said this and she did that and she said this and I did that, I write the whole story with everybody in the story as I, with everybody in the story as doing it to me. So where I'm saying she said this and she said that to me, so therefore I responded with this, I now say I said this and I said that to me, so I now respond with this. And once you've written out the whole story, it's a really powerful thing, because what happens is there's a shift over, and that's no longer a block. You're recognizing it in the manifestation process that that's all you, and you can take that to another step, Petro, with the with any situation. I am doing this to me. I am blocking me in this way. I am creating a stuck place because I am doing this and saying this and thinking this to me. And then you can begin to move it. Thrishna Somaye. How do I manifest abundance? A whole number of ways, my friend. Some of this will be about the language of abundance itself. But some of this will be getting a clarity of what you mean by abundance. Abundance is a huge word. Now, if we're talking financial abundance, what do you mean by financial abundance? For some people, financial abundance is a couple of grand, a couple of $1,000s in the bank account. For others, it is a couple of million. For others, it's a couple of billion. Get a clarity around what it is you mean by financial abundance at this stage in your life. So when we're in this place of having no money at all, a suggestion around manifestation to go for, say, $2 billion, American dollars, so we say, will feel extraordinarily unrealistic. But if the manifesting process starts with you going, say, for $2,000 or $3,000, maybe $5,000, it becomes realistic. It becomes something you can work with energetically. I don't mean realistic as it is impossible. I mean do it in stages. Allow your body to become used to it. Now, there's something that April and I have talked about a lot, and it's something that she introduced to me around this, and I found this really useful, is, for example, I get to a certain point with money coming in. So I take $100 out of my bank account and put it into my wallet. And I've already consecrated my wallet. I've already put energy and intention into my wallet, so it works for me, so it draws. And then I just build up the money every so often, adding another $100 until we reach a certain level. At first it was $600. We're thinking probably $1,000 is a more realistic thing. And then what happens is you bless and consecrate each note. So say I've taken them all out in $20 bills. So say we do that. So we consecrate each note, and we give each note a particular job to do around drawing more money to itself, more of itself to itself, so it builds up the energy. And at the same time you have money in your wallet that you don't touch. I mean, you can do and then go and get some more, but the idea is you leave it in your wallet, and what happens is your body, your energy field, gets used to carrying around money, and your energy field begins to change, is going to attract more money. Now that's just one of many, many techniques, which I'm not going to go too far into on this in this one, podcast, purely because we're working with the language side of things. But definitely start using language of abundance. Start using, money comes my way, money pours into my life, I'm open to the flow of abundance. Not only as affirmations, but also just in the sense of in your everyday speech, the language you speak to yourself in. Turn it into power language, which will come further down. So let me push on with a little bit. Writing was central to the magic of ancient Egypt. The language of hieroglyphics covers the inside of the tombs of the pharaoh. They are magical scripts to instruct the soul of the pharaoh on his journey through the underworld. In our book, Dream Temples and Star Magic, we take you through transmutational meditation on the pharaoh's journey of transformation through the Duat. The Duat was the underworld in ancient Egyptian stories, and the underworld had 12 hourly gates, which the pharaoh passed through at night, because the pharaoh was the representation of the sun god Ra. So at night, Ra on his boat would pass through the underworld, and each hour there was a new gate with new symbols and new challenges to pass through, and then come out and be reborn again the next morning, and the pharaoh would journey with him. We work with the chakra system of ancient Egypt to tune your chakras and empower your ability to manifest the life you choose. And this is what we're talking about again here, Thrishna. It's very much that kind of process of, we can work with all sorts of different levels of energy within ourselves. Words are obviously a level of energy because they're creative. And we can bring it round in that way. We can empower it in that way. And we can actually have a clear clarity around money. And it's something that April and I have worked and are working a lot with, which is why we wanted to share. How to use the language of manifesting. Now that we have established the power of words, let's define the language of manifesting. How can we use our words to powerfully create the realities we choose? And why isn't it working already? Well, often we're not really using the most powerful phrases we could. We end up sending mixed messages to the universe and accidentally using phrases that keep us stuck. Let's break down some of the more common phrases and then build how to get it right. Any New Age book will tell you that your intention statements must be positively phrased in the first person and present tense, and it's correct. They do need to be. This is because your unconscious mind does not understand time. It only has now. It also doesn't get negatives. If you say don't get sick, all it hears is get sick. That's not going to work. Intention statements must be in the first person, I, me, because to your subconscious, You are the most important person in the universe. And as I said earlier, at one level, you are the only person in the universe in that reality. Therefore, you are the easiest person to manifest for. However, these statements alone don't seem to get us there. We must be missing something. Okay, the missing piece. In our discussion in our book, Moon Magic and Transmutational Meditation, the universe is incredibly literal. What you ask for is what you get. Again, referencing the magical language in Cinderella, a dream is a wish your heart makes. Whatever you wish for, you keep. So if you design an intention statement with these following words, you will get these experiences. For example, if you use want in your experience, in your intention, and in the words that you bring out, you'll get the experience of wanting. So, I'm going to cancel this straight after. I want money doesn't bring me money. It brings me the experience of wanting money. Cancel, cancel, cancel. I need love doesn't bring me love. It brings me the experience of needing love. Cancel, cancel. I hope this situation works out doesn't bring me the experience of this situation working out, and I know that was a bit vague. I hope I arrive home on time doesn't bring me the experience of arriving home on time. It brings me the experience of hoping that I arrive home on time. Now here's one that's used a lot, and any Star Wars fans will remember Yoda with this one. There is no try. If you use the word try, I am trying to gain money, brings you the experience of trying to gain money. It doesn't bring money itself. And wish being the same thing. Okay? So those words are really not very helpful in your empowerment of your manifestation. Those words also bring up powerful emotions, but they describe where we're not where we choose. We worked with this topic in the blog, The Intersection of Gratitude and Power. When we set an intention, it's like we plant a goal flag in the distance. We define where we want to go. Now I'm going to change that, because if we define where we want to go, we end up experiencing where we want to go, not being where we're choosing. We define where we choose to go, and the universe conspires with us to get us there. The words we use show us where we are on the map of getting there. Now, did you see what I did there? I found a word that would not bring the result that I was choosing. So I said we define where we want to go, and I changed it. I'm going to change that. You define where you choose to go, for example. And I changed the process of the manifestation in the immediate. And that was very much with the power of manifestation and language I would really big time encourage you to do, where you find yourself using language that won't empower you. If you like, that's language from a baby part of self, a young child part of self. I want, I hope, I need, I try, I ask for. An adult part of self is the power. I am, I choose, I have, I can. Those kind of verbs in the first person. The words we use show us where we are on the map of getting there. How it sounds in our speaking. Listen to the phrases you use when you are tired, angry, or ill. These are moments when your unconscious mind has greater access to your speaking voice. In these moments, listen to the words that just fly out of your mouth. They are a clue to where your unconscious mind is on the path to manifesting where you choose to be. I hate, I have a problem, I never, shows helplessness. These words show us that we must move on from here. If we continue to use these statements, they will prevent us from being able to move forward at all. I want, I need are statements of lack. They show where you are now. Using I want in your manifestation will keep you here, stuck in the state of wanting. I desire is where I intend to go. This phrase is like putting on your shoes to go but not yet moving. Using this word in your manifestations will begin to build the energy but will not likely get you to your desired outcome. I choose announces the location of the flag. When you use this word in your manifestation, you are telling the universe where you want to go. This allows you to start walking toward your goals, and eventually you will arrive. I am, I have, I feel, I am thankful for. These words take you into the experience of what it feels like to be at the flag. Using these words in your manifestation adds the emotional color to your intention and is like putting gas in the car to manifest powerfully. And of course there's another level to this as well. And this is the one I use a lot in my own magical rituals and my own magical practices beyond just manifestation techniques. And that is, it is my will. It is a command placed to the universe. It is you focusing with clarity, with laser-like focus. This is my will. It is my will. And it's a statement that is extraordinarily powerful in the whole process. There are other questions about it at times, depending on who you're talking to, of course. But in and of itself, it is my will, Thrishna. It is my will to manifest abundance. It is my will to manifest financial abundance in my life. It's a statement of will to the universe. It is a command. It is a proclamation. Examples. I never have any money. Cancel, cancel, cancel. When you make declarations, your unconscious mind believes you. If you try to manifest from there, and it would be trying, it would probably stay true, and you'll never have any money. I need more money. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Thinking, speaking, meditating on this phrase will continue to bring the experience of having some but needing more. I desire $1,000. Cancel, 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 cancel. Getting close. This phrase tells us where you are thinking about it. It starts money forming, but will not likely cause it to arrive in your hand. I choose to have $1,000 in my bank account. This is a firm statement that tells the universe exactly what you want. Let's change that again. We slipped it in. It tells the universe exactly what you choose, what you command, what you call forth. From this position of power, you can now take actions to move towards this goal. I feel safe and happy knowing I have all the money that I choose for my week when I have $1,000 in my bank account. This statement allows you to plug into the happy, warm feelings of what it means to you to have money. It really gives you the full picture you are out to attain. It allows the language of manifesting to chart a course straight to where you want to go. For more on manifesting money and how the language you use directly affects how much money comes to you, check out our blog, How is Your Relationship with the Spirit of Money? The power of your thoughts. For example, listen to your self-talk. Which statements do you hear yourself saying inside your head? These will tell you how quickly you are moving toward your goal. The practice becomes coaching yourself up through the levels of power in the words listed above that we talked about earlier. Choosing stronger words will add speed to your manifestation. Your thoughts, the words that go unspoken, are less potent than spoken or written words, but they tend to be repeated more times. For example, you create the perfect phrase using the language of manifesting. You speak it aloud to the universe, then you spend the rest of the day in wanting. You are undoing all the good work you have done. Learning to get hold of your thoughts is one of the key focuses of our book, Mood Magic and Transmutational Meditation. In this book, we learn to overcome anxiety, worry, and fear. We actually transmute it into power as well, as we said earlier. These are the cornerstones to getting out of lack and into a position to manifest from. Totally check it out, it's good stuff. Learning to use the language of manifesting in your daily life. Meditation, gratitude practice, magic rituals, journals, all of these things are great ways to ingrain the language of manifesting into your mind. Then how do we manage the rest of the time? How do we use the language of manifesting in our daily lives? Reading Jen Sincero's book, You Are a Badass, she suggests starting small. Choose to manifest little things and then build up your power by believing you can succeed. We couldn't agree more. She recommends starting with, say, a parking space. But the first time I drove into a full parking lot, my thought was not, I'm going to nail this. It was, oh God, it's full in here. How am I going to find a spot? The doubt was immediate, and this is the kryptonite for manifesting what it is you choose. It pulls you in the opposite direction. So, in this instance, to get hold of my thoughts, I designed myself a silly little chant. Parking spot, I find a parking spot. Funny as it sounds, I literally sing it aloud to myself in my car. It takes the focus off the problem and points my brain towards the solution. Song is a powerful evoker of emotion. Making the song silly makes me happy while I'm doing it. I was pulling out all the stops here to get hold of my subconscious mind and push myself to use the language of manifesting. It's silly, but it works. Another example is in the car again. And this is April writing, by the way. If I am a passenger and I don't like your driving, or I'm worried about the road conditions, it can be very easy to start a downward spiral. You're going too fast. The road looks wet. We're going to have an accident. We are all going to die. Cancel that, everybody. Now, none of that helps at all. So inside my head, where the driver can't hear me, I begin to chant, safe, 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 happy, we all arrive home, using all my power to will that vehicle home in one piece. For more on the power of chanting and which sounds to choose to tune your vibration to the outcomes you desire, read Chapter 2 of our Dream Temples and Star Magic. The language of manifesting and transmutational meditation, the ability to control your thoughts, to direct them toward what you choose rather than what you don't want, is a skill. It's one that can be learned and strengthened. No human being was born being able to play the piano, carve a sculpture, or write a novel. These are all skills that we learn, practice, and practice some more. The same is true of gaining control of your mind. That is why we've developed the Magic Self and Spiritual CrossFit Gym. We have built a community to support you in building your practice, empowering your magic, and creating the life you choose. Mastering the language of manifestation is just one of the skills we will practice. Our program offers weekly classes in transmutational meditation and weekly group coaching sessions with me to keep you on track. We take our new topic each month to deeply shift your reality and get you the results you are looking for. Come join up with us, the language of manifesting and transmutational meditation. Happy manifesting, April Morgalis. Okay, guys, are there any more wonderful questions? April's been passing the ones over to me. But are there any more? Getting lots of hellos and a few questions. Hi guys, hi Lee. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on this podcast. And it's been an honor to share it all with you. I shall be in the Spiritual CrossFit Gym on Thursday in a room there for any of the guys that are students. If you wish to become one of our students and join us, come and join and work with us. At the moment we're working with transmutational meditation and powerful clairvoyance, how to develop clairvoyance at a powerful level so it's like a lock and key and never leaves. I shall be back on Sunday with Ask Spirit at the same time on the same page. Ask Spirit is 30 minutes of very quick mini consultation, spiritual coaching, bouncing through questions that come up clairvoyantly. It moves at quite a speed and is usually pretty busy, but it's fun to do. And we'll be back. Will we be back? What's the date? 15th? Yes, we will. We'll be back next Tuesday with another podcast on the pagan festival celebration magic of Yule, the darkest night when the sun is reborn. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Speak to you soon.